Okay, we're going to see how fast I can install Precise Price on an Engine 6 website. Okay, so first thing you want to do is go to Website Settings, General Info, find your website. You'll have to navigate to the appropriate company, find your website, click Edit. And you're going to go into Services and you're going to set the site ID and address ID. So this is what kind of marries Precise Price to an instance of desking and CRM so that the information flows freely. I'm using a demo site. Obviously, you'll want to get the actual site ID and address ID for the real dealership when you're doing this. Hit save. Go into System Settings, scroll to the bottom, and generate an API key. If there's not one, you'll hit Generate. Once it's generated, check status, make sure it's registered. Copy that because you will need it here in a moment. The next thing you're going to want to do is you want to go into Website Settings, Digital Retail, and make sure that these settings are what you want for that dealership, like turn on delivery test drive, how you want the pricing defaults to be, the standard configuration, what trade book, et cetera, et cetera. You'll also want to make sure that Precise Price functionality is turned to enabled, and then if you're installing it on an Engine 6 site, you have Engine 6 selected. Once you have that set up, hit save. Now this is subject to change. We'll probably consolidate this pricing tab with what I'm about to show you, but for now you need to go into Finance Calculator and you need to adjust this. You need to make some change from the default. I think the default is 36 months, so switch it to whatever you want, make some change, but this is what will display on the VDP widget as defaults. Once you've made a change, hit save. And the last thing you can do before you actually turn it on live on the site, optional step, is you go into leads routing, and leads routing is where you would set up lead recipients. So just by setting up that site ID and address ID, we've already married the module to the CRM, so leads will flow in to the CRM. However, if you want an individual to receive emails via plain text that are duplicates of the lead, just a little email that says somebody did a Precise Price deal, then you would set those up in leads routing. But for now, we're going to jump into Builder or Engine 6 and install the module on the site. So the first thing you do once you hop into Builder is, we'll wait for this page to load, go into System Modules, Third-Party Services. This may already be turned on if the site has other third-party services installed, and you'll do Precise Price. There's that key, API key, so I'm going to paste the API key that I just generated and registered. I'm going to go ahead and save that. Now I'm going to hop into the inventory listing module. We want people to be able to go directly into Precise Price from a vehicle listing. And you'll see the first configuration option is the CTA buttons, those action buttons, save, share, get ePrice, etc. Some sites might already have get ePrice. Recommend removing that so you don't have duplicate calls to action, say get ePrice, get Precise Price. We'll do get Precise Price. And I see that save and share have a primary button treatment. So me personally, I'd like Get Precise Price to stand out a little bit, so I'm going to change that to secondary. I will publish that. Last thing I'm going to do is add the call to action to the vehicle details page. So I'll find vehicle details, and there's two different ways that you can do this. One is a little less intrusive, but obviously going to get far less conversion, and that is to add Get Precise Price to the Action Buttons module here. But what I will do is remove Get Precise Price, and I'm going to add a Share button because we're going to have a different button to use for Get Precise Price. And that will be found in modules, and you'll just search monthly payment. Recommend putting this directly underneath the price block, and that's where you'll see your Precise Price VDP widget. The last thing you want to check for is to make sure that you're not displaying a duplicate and different monthly payment inside of the price block. Some price blocks will contain pricing profiles, pricing profile 1 advanced, that when edited, if you go into vehicle price, this is say for used cars, then you would go into pricing profile 1 advanced and you'll see an option for show monthly payment. If we do that, we're going to see a text link for a monthly payment that is different than the one that we're displaying on the VDP inside of the Precise Price widget. So we want to make sure that that's turned to no, so that we just have one monthly payment shown. Once you have that VDP widget installed, you can go ahead and hit publish, and you'll see that it is live on the site with the native styles. You're also going to find the Get Precise Price button from the action buttons here. So I can access Precise Price from either place, and voila, here it is. So some speed enhancements in the pipeline to get that to load a little faster, but you can see that we've got a fully functional version of Precise Price. The last thing I'll note is that right here you see nothing displayed. If you want a dealership logo to be displayed, you can do that in Ignite in website settings. So those are the extra little touches to make it look just perfect, but that is the new streamlined version of installing Precise Price on an Engine 6 site.